Omaha Sports Insider Report.
For the last 41 years, Nebraska Earth Creighton hops on I-80 in early December and travels 40 miles on the interstate to face off against their in-state foe. Today was another one of those showdowns. Creighton won the last 7 in this series, but for the first time since 1992, Nebraska entered the game ranked, and the Huskers look to send the Jays back on the bus with another loss in the standings. A packed house at PBA for today's showdown. We'll pick this one up in the first quarter. James Palmer Jr. sinks the 3-ball. He scores the first 9 points for the Huskers. Finished with 6 3-pointers and a game-high 30 points. Later in the half, NU in transition, Thomas Allen heads to the hoop for 2. A career-high 18 for the sophomore Big Red, leading by as much as 24 points. Nice 3-ball there by Glenn Watson Jr. Nails the shot from behind the arc. Finished with 13 points. Huskers up 70-56. Martin Kruppel trying to bring the Jays back in and slams that one home for 2. Jays down by 15, but the Huskers were too much to handle. Palmer Jr. drains another 3. The Huskers get the first win over the Jays in 8 years and give Tim Miles his first win against Greg McDermott, winning 94-75.
It's meaningful. Like I say, I won't be happy till we get 13 more, but we had to get it. And this is the kind of team that should get it. And I thought our guys were really locked in and played a great game.
I really felt like the first 5 or 6 minutes of this game was going to be critical today as to whether the message in the locker room was execution can take the crowd out of the game if you execute. And we just didn't execute well enough on either end of the floor. And, once the crowd got started, I think that just added fuel to the fire for the rest of the game.
Nebraska has been perhaps the most dominant college volleyball program the last 5 years. Winners of 2 national titles over the span, the Huskers look to do the unthinkable in any collegiate sport, advance to the Final Four for 4 straight seasons. The 7th-seeded Huskers taking on the 15th-seed Oregon Ducks for a spot in the national semifinals. First set, Lauren Stivrins gets the drop shot to fall. She had 11 kills. Huskers take set 1, 25-22. Second set, Michaela Fecky with a rip from the back row. She had a team-high 16 kills off 400 hitting tonight. Later in the set, Jazz Sweet with the sweet kill. Nice shot there by the lefty past the Ducks defense. Nebraska wins set 2, 25-23. Third set, Huskers bring the D. Stivrins and Fecky team up for the block. Big Red with 10 blocks tonight. And then match point for Nebraska. Lexi Sun cranks home the shot. She had 10 kills today, and Nebraska advances to the Final Four for the 4th straight season. It's the longest streak in the program's storied history.
I don't know, I just think coming in with so many new girls, me and Michaela had a huge job to do starting in the summer, and we kind of just laid the law down from the beginning and told them, this is how we do things at Nebraska volleyball.
Amy Williams, the Nebraska women's team at home this afternoon against San Jose State. Picked this up in the 4th quarter. Hannah Whiter swings it to the outside for Nysia Wiley, who drives to the basket for 2. Nebraska up 68-49. Huskers pushing the tempo in transition. Wiley finds Taylor Kissinger, who sinks the open 3. She had 17 this afternoon. Huskers cruise to a 96-63 victory. Some other area college basketball scores from today. The Omaha Mavericks lost by 23 to the Oregon Ducks in Eugene, and the Creighton women's program beat the Wichita State Shockers by a score of 83-71. And time now for our U.S. Cellular Play of the Day, the 119th edition of Army-Navy game today in Philly. Army wins by a score of 17-10. And then in the Heisman Trophy race that took place earlier today, Kyler Murray, the quarterback from Oklahoma, upset, some people think, Tua Tagovailoa from the University of Alabama to win the Heisman Trophy.
Wow, I bet a lot of people weren't expecting that, like you said.
A lot of people weren't expecting that, and a lot of people also weren't expecting this Huskers win. When you started this tournament a few days ago in Minneapolis, the 2-seed Minnesota Golden Gophers was the team to beat. Oregon upset them, which kind of paved the way for Nebraska to now head back to the Final Four for an incredible streak of 4 straight seasons.
Well, it's all working out, though. Thanks, Phil. We'll have more coming up after the break.